So, since we're on the topic of and Mordor, is there a land of Lestor?
Alright, Derek is barred from opening their mouth for 5 minutes.
What's this track called again?
Oh, is it Sexy Fun Time?
Don't remember. Actually, hold on, give me a second. I'll find it. This one is scrolled up. Floating Castle by Purple Cat.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah. Wanted to use this to wind down. Okay.
Is that the Burno? Anakin?
Anakin?
Anakin! Is that the FK Burno?
Okay.
Nice looking pistol.
Thank you.
Still gay. Good pistol, but still gay. What?
Nothing. But like I was saying earlier, one of the cool things I saw that I liked about in one of the Lord of the Rings movies was that big battering ram they had
Oh, nice.
when they were attacking Minas Tirith.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was just a great battering ram.
Didn't it have its own name?
Well, if you go off of what's his name's videos, its name is Ron.
Ron.
Easily.
Oh, it's just Ron. Ron. Guys, I think it's just called Ram. What is it? What do you smell? And flesh. What? Oh, gosh darn it.
Imagine what they could have done with one M60 and 1,000 rounds of ammo, especially at Helm's Deep. Imagine what they could have done.
They couldn't afford all of the, because that was pretty much all. Those weren't CGI orcs. That was people. They couldn't afford how many orcs were actually at the Battle of Helm's Deep or Minas Tirith. Sauron won by numbers. We're talking tens of thousands.
Oh,
All people.
Yeah.
Like the first row was all people.
Okay.
And then I think the rest was just copied.
That is a lot of people. I think that's like an entire city's worth.
Yeah, there were a lot of like no fucking cat. Like straight the fuck up. Like I think it's like a third of the population of New Zealand has been in the Legend of the Ring, the Legend of the whatever, fucking Lord of the Rings.
The Two Towers.
I'm thinking sorry, my brain is like crossing Lord of the Rings and Legend of the Seeker. I recommend that novel, and it also has a show which kind of lost popularity, I guess, and they just stopped making it, even though they were doing a good job. Great book though. My dad went in prison when I read it.
That new action movie, martial arts guy with the 5 rings.
No, that's fuck, I don't even know if Shanghai and the Seven Rings is out in it.
7 ring. Didn't those rings used to belong to like a dragon or something?
It comes out this year. Shit. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Fuck.
10. It keeps going up.
It's Chinese. They don't have any fucking they don't have any continuity between their legends. It'd be the same legend 14 times over, but due to somebody not knowing how to fucking write, it's a different number.
Okay, so like I didn't read a lot of Shang-Chi. I'm sorry, he was just not my thing because I was more of an Iron Fist fan.
Iron Fist do be pretty.
Yeah, except for the time that he got his ass whooped by Moon Knight, who stole his power along with everybody else's.
Well, it's Moon.
Yeah. Moon Knight actually won, just fucking casually clapped like the entirety of like the Avengers and everybody and took their powers. And then presented them to his fucking deity. I fucking love Moon Knight. I remember when fucking, what was it? I think it was Punisher who was injured, and he's like, "No, only I get to kiss him goodnight." Fucking Moon Knight. That's why Taskmaster doesn't. It's one of the only people that Taskmaster doesn't try to copy alongside Deadpool. Deadpool's because he's Deadpool. Moon Knight is because he doesn't try to copy him because that man has this weird, in just like this inhuman tolerance for pain. Like he feels all the pain. There's just no fucking. There are no. Moon Knight is basically, if you want a Marvel hero to start your adventure into the fucking zany world that is the comics, Moon Knight is a great, say hero loosely, person to do it because he is just absolutely fucking bonkers. Fucking love him.
I
Will
mean,
always be
Venom
like.
tried to copy. What was it? You
It was
literally
Deadpool that
just
Venom
said their
tried to
name.
attach.
Yeah,
Venom tried to attach to Deadpool, and that's why he's canonically insane.
yeah. We saw what happened.
Nobody wants. Everybody wants to give fucking Deadpool shit. Nobody wants to talk about the time he straight up killed everybody in the Marvel comic universe single handedly. The time he regenerated from his own middle finger.
Of course, it was.
Yeah. They have like everybody like wants to compare the cinematic universe's characters. The only one who's there's only like 3 who are a fraction as strong as they are in the comics, and that's fucking Scarlet Witch. Because Nexus characters, fucking Jean Grey, aka the Dark Phoenix, and I'd say Hulk, but they're too pussyfoot to admit in the cinematic universe that his powers 100% come from hell and Satan himself. Which pisses me off.
But it's radiation.
No, Gamma is in fact demonic energy straight from hell. I'm not even fucking joking you. It's not like it was radiation for like a year, and then it's like, but what if Satan? Okay, you know what? It's your comic. Do what you want, and it's a fucking. He's not like he's the one below all. It's a duality thing. It's just a fucking metaphor. Duality, the one below all, the one above all, that bullshit. Anyways, yeah, it's just Scarlet Witch, Dark Phoenix, and I'd say Charles Xavier, but 50-50. In Apocalypse was not really as strong as he is, but he was a fraction of his strength, which was literally required Jean Grey to fight. Apocalypse was a good example. I didn't really like that X-Men movie because the X-Men movies have kind of been after like none of them have really been good, honestly.
They've all been.
Yeah, which is a shame because the X-Men is a great comic.
Yeah.
Guess they're too afraid to go around X-Men because that was a term back in the 50s for immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
And California is literally the one who came up with some pretty nasty shit. California likes to give everybody shit, but like you guys were the ones in like the fucking 60s with cops busting down doors in black neighborhoods and beating the shit out of people with billy clubs. That was you guys. That wasn't everybody else. That was you guys. That whole the pigs, the fuzz, that shit. That was y'all niggas.
It's California's just a fucking cesspool that needs to be burned off the planet. It has been since, well, pretty much after the gold rush ended for them.
No, it was okay for a while. It really went downhill. Like in the late '80s is when it just plummeted. Yeah. California is one of those kind of fucking parts of the country that boggles my mind. It's like they're the most hypocritic fucking state of all. Like they are hypocrites because
Like I said,
like
they need a hellacious fireball that just burns them off the planet.
it blows
That
my
part of the
fucking
country cannot be fixed.
like how is it is fucking wild that the same state who declared war on wheat farmers in the hills for like 10 years also tries to tell people how to run their state. It's like you literally were arresting people, killing people, and burning. You weren't even burning. You were burning small amounts and taking the rest to go. Come on, let's be honest. You took it and you sold it overseas to profit for more fucking wars in Central America. I know how this works. All right, like fucking with and it's also I think they're also the state that gave us Dare. Well, great fucking idea. Let's show all these kids all the cool drugs they can do when they turn 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it wasn't. None of what they did was designed to help anyone. It really
Well,
wasn't.
they had the problem with California is it is that state is an example of the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Not
They
even good
tried.
intentions.
No, a
They're just
lot.
fucking retards.
Oh yeah, they're stupid. That's there's a lot of stupid people in office there, but they some of them tried to help. It's just they were the case of wants to help but is not educated in how to help in that field. And because people are people, just because they're not educated in it, they personally don't think that they shouldn't be allowed to abuse their power and force things to go how they want. And that's how they get to where they are with sky high taxes and wondering how everybody still has automatic rifles. It's real easy. People will find a way to break the law. You keep giving them all these laws they shouldn't break. They're going to break them because it is this weird adrenaline rush. Trust me, I know. It's
Mhm.
probably super easy just to. I sneezed. That's illegal! Oh, fuck, that felt great.
Well, don't forget they're taxing people in California and have been for years for how much water lands on their fucking property when it rains.
I know, right? It's
Oh
like,
no, the
wow, dude.
rain.
Man, y'all fucking had a field day in Florida, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
there would be
actually
no house of government that wouldn't be burned to the ground.
took a video of a sun shower in Florida.
You should do that. Okay. What?
Bar right there.
Yeah, Air tried to go one way and the other way at the same time, and they both met in the middle and disagreed. Oh, right. It was this dungeon.
Oh, yes.
Crystal.
Pretty.
Oh yes.
Alright, everyone grab a crystal, make it cooled, so that when we get back to the guild we can all...
Dumbass. Good idea, though.
Hunt the bunny.
That's a great image. That lab-grown black hole behaves just like Steve fucking said it would. The what?
It's too small to do anything.
Yeah, I know. We would never make anything actually big enough. Like, still.
Well, even when we're trying to, we can only manage like the size of a couple of atoms. It's kind of sad.
That's what I mean. It's not gonna happen
He
in
is
our
dressed
lifetime.
like he traffics illegal iguanas on the side to pay for French rifle.
Well, while you guys do the shiny sparkle dungeon, I'll be right back.
God knew I would be too powerful if I had an attention span.
Thought you guys would like that one.
I love that so much. Oh, that right there. Oh, Fuyu's an example of what happens when they're strong and have an attention span greater than that of a squirrel.
Yeah.
Man has accomplished a lot. Then you've got, somebody like Mob who's really dangerous, but is so focused on cooking. Like, even in the dungeon, when he's not fighting right now, he's literally thinking of what he can make himself when he gets out of here as a treat. You managed to fuck that guy up. Let's see what you salvage from its corpse. Dice are gonna tell me.
Yeah, corpse diving. Woo.
Yeah, corpse diving. Woo.
I could see that being an event. You kill something so massive, you have to set up creating a corpse diving event.
Yeah.
Pre-
Yeah.
Need to open the thingy. Maybe the thingy. No, I don't want to edit the name of the thingy. I want to open the thingy. Rude. Right.
I may or may not have intentionally spelled Sepians like this, so people that are dyslexic read penis. Would you like an opal? No, I would not. Okay. Bless you.
Bless you.
I should probably take an allergy pill before allergies get any worse.
Yes.
Okay, you managed to get a little bit of stuff.
Right back.
I'm updating the list. Leave me alone. Okay. That's the next one. Okay, so it's more wirelesses. Alright. We'll just auto chase that one. Okay. Features will have to come back. But, Fionn!
Yes.
I'm auto chesting this encounter, and I've already rolled to see who takes damage first. It wasn't you, you were third. Remember correctly, you have about like 40,000 health.
I have 35,075.
35,075. Yeah. So I was right. Getting attacked by 3, they managed to shave 2,608 off of you. So there you go. Ivy, you back? 2,608.
Okay.
Ivy, you back?
I'm returning.
Hi. I'm doing another auto chest because the next room was more wireless assist and another swarm type enemy. We're just gonna it's just auto pathing here. So let's see how much. Okay. Ivy, you there?
Yes.
All right. So the next room was wireless assist. So just autoing through this one. You have lost. Let's see. 1,465 health from being attacked during that encounter. So that's Jill shave off.
All right, so let me just. Did you say 1,465?
1,465.
All right, that's what I thought.
Mob lost 6198. Well, that's a tank for you. Raji lost 1244. Bonnie lost 6794. Again, tanks are taking a lot of damage. Monterey lost 7,054. Ugh. Taraji got kind of cut up pretty bad by a little bit of razor dust, so he just lost 78.21. So we're gonna have him being healed. What did Naibai take? Because Naibai got hit.
Oh no, the bun.
The Bun got 1949 shaved off their health when they got stabbed by a stinger.
1949.
Yep. But you managed to survive and to win the thingy. So that's good. Just updating you that you're actively taking dablage. Because you're not resting for long enough between it. You know, that health is still shaved down between the encounters. So we're just going to go ahead and start mathing out what the math is for these murdered.
Yes, but allergies.
So just so it's a little bit easier to actually level, I'm working with a revised list of the levels. You don't give off 100 times your level, you get off 200, which is a little bit fairer. So let's see. So we've got 400. That's the average we're giving times 13 for those, plus this one, which is giving off. Let's see. Six. Okay, and the big one, which was a level 60, greater wireless assist. That thing is the size of a horse. Yes, that's a crystal wasp the size of a horse that you managed to murder. That one gave a. Okay. Alright, you guys got a good bit of experience from that encounter too. I'll go ahead and do what I've been doing and type it here.
Damase.
There you go.
Ooh.
Alright. Alright, let's see. What music is going on in that other dungeon? Slowly fade out. Wow. Oh, hold on. Somebody's talking to me.
Let's see. Number. 3, 9, and 0 plus. No, not this. This thingy.
Alright, Kevin. It looks like you got lucky.
War.
When you guys are wandering through the Blackstone Fortress, you actually managed to find one of these little oddities, which you've heard being able to be found randomly in dungeons. Sometimes you come to basically what they like to call them sanctuaries or oases or whatever. They're just moments of reprieve, even in the most dangerous of dungeons, as if somebody out there in the cosmic fucking ether has enough of a heart to give you a minute to not be murdered. And here's the music for that area.
Ooh,
I like
Runescapey.
it. Really nice. Another one I'm going to listen to on my off time. I'll clean your gun, talk to people. It's kind of weird though when you do find this. You kind of you know what the Blackstone Fortress is like. It's very weird. It's like all of the stone is covered in a layer of a thin and transparent layer of metal, which is what makes it really weird. And when you do pass through one of the dark archways, you wind up here, and it's odd because it's, well, aside from it, you not being immediately murdered, that's all stone and metal and just cold, damp, empty, esque feels. And this is, well, for one, this is like some sort of, the best way to describe it is courtyard.
A courtyard.
Like and in traditional dungeon fashion, there is very faintly a pale white moon kind of overhead. Kind of nice to actually see a sky, even if it might be a fucking lie. Oh, you don't know if it's a lie because you can actually feel the warmth of the light.
It's a dimensional thing.
Wait, the warmth of the night sky.
You can
It's a dungeon.
actually
It doesn't have to make
feel,
sense.
well, you can actually feel moonlight if it's vibrant enough. We are just so used to light pollution around us, we don't feel natural light source anymore outside, except from the sun,
Yeah, that's
because it
fair.
doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. If you were to go to like an open meadow somewhere away from all the hustle and bustle of civilization, give it a week, you'd start to feel the warmth of the moon. Because it does radiate a little bit of heat. Fun fact, the Earth also hums. Just throwing that out there.
Well,
And
it
sometimes
used
it's
to hum.
No, it does.
Now
No,
it
still
sounds like people.
No, it actually, well, I mean, yeah, because the noise of people, but like the Earth actually, like, it actually has a resonant frequency that when we're detached, like astronauts, when they go to space the first time, they get really nervous and anxious because they're not on Earth where they're feeling that comforting background resonance of the planet.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if we ever try interstellar travel, we're gonna have to try and recreate it somehow, so people don't go fucking insane from not feeling it.
Yeah, we can engineer. We'll be able to engineer the engines to have that frequency.
Yeah, I mean we do it with F1 cars.
Anyways, it's a very pretty place.
I
You
wonder
can
if
actually see
that's
stars.
gonna be a problem on Mars.
For the
It'll be
first few
different, but it'll be
iterations, yeah.
similar.
But
I
its
mean,
core is like not moving at all.
Well, it is.
it's slow.
Not very much.
It's
It's
enough that
just
it
the
hasn't turned
stuff
to a
that it's
road or
made
anything.
of is not nearly as magnetic as Earth. So it has a very tiny magnetic field as opposed to Earth's very big one.
Weird that they think that Mars looked like Earth at some point, but we kind of uh glassed the planet. Just
Not
by
something to think about.
humans literally taking the lives of other people well before our inception.
I'll be right back. One
Ha-
sec.
Hang on a second.
But
You're telling me Olympus Mons wasn't a spaceport?
anyways. Okay, so Kevin's just gonna be right back. So I guess we'll just leave him there drooling while the NPCs, go about their freaking life here. Newton dealing with the fact that his leg feels really funny after being reattached.
Doru being a busybody trying to help everyone at the same time.
Varys refuses to be useless, so he's just currently sitting down cutting onions. Bring him. Well, that's not true. It's making his eyes water, but he's not bothered by it. You just have to stop every few minutes to wipe his eyes so he doesn't slice through his finger. Nora has decided that he's going to make people food. You have a minute to recover.
Ah, yeah, food.
Ooh,
Not for the rookies,
we know.
but the other Binai over there.
Binai.
Yeah. I'm just gonna refer to them as that because it's easier to remember who I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what? Now they're canonically bi. There you go.
Hey, I thought Naibai was canonical. Well, Naibai is Naibai.
Naibai is asexual.
Naibai is ghost sexual.
Naibai is cuddle sexual.
I mean, Rosenforth had a good personality. That's kind of the hallmark of being asexual. They don't give a fuck what's going on in your pants. You just gotta be, like, a decent person.
Pretty much. Stupid allergies.
Oh. Let's see, yeah, that's not bad. It's like some sort of weird. Yeah, onion, garlic, bell pepper.
You've all probably tried jalapeno poppers, but have you tried bell pepper poppers? Just an entire fucking meatball stuffed inside of a bell pepper.
Have you never had stuffed bell peppers?
I have, but I
I
haven't
don't-
had them
I don't-
deep
I don't like
fried
them.
with breading.
I don't personally like them too terrible much, but they're not bad. They're alright. Not that they're bad, pretty tasty. You know, well, he has decided to make some sort of jambalaya, apparently.
I don't know what exactly it is about bell peppers, but no matter what you do to them, they still always taste like bell pepper.
As far as I've seen, yeah.
It's
And the problem or the thing is that bell peppers is just like so good. Can't make it bad.
it is like,
It,
yes, this tastes like chlorophyll. Good,
yeah, yes, this tastes
excellent.
like plant.
This is indistinct bland. Yes.
As long as it's
Yeah.
not chloroform.
No,
Oh, that- okay, so
chloroform
it's-
is what you put the chlorophyll in.
So since he's busy, we're gonna go ahead and go back to you now. Oop. Oh no, I faded it out and forgot to fade it back in. Hey, is there a buzzing when I'm talking?
No.
You notice?
I've got a whole
Okay,
bunch of background audio dampening stuff on my setup, so if there was, I wouldn't hear it.
Because if so, you just let me know and I can swap the cord around. I've got the L-shaped jack plugged into the headset here, and you know how that connection likes to arc across that little space.
Yeah.
Citron was kind enough to bring rations, so they do in fact offer you guys. It's actually interesting. It's Canadians probably used to eating stuff like this, but the best way I can describe it is think of a log of cheese. Well, I say log. It's more like a billet of cheese and some sort of meat product that has been minced up nice and good, mixed together, and then promptly preserved in cure.
Did you just call it a billet of cheese?
That's the shape. Is a billet. No,
it
it's a
has its own
snack.
shape? I thought it was just rectangle.
No,
But-
billets are like just rectangle shapes, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like a.
Because for me, when I hear billet, I immediately go to like forging and working with metals and stuff.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I've been watching a bunch more Forged in Fire again, so that's why the billet's in my mind. But yeah, it's basically a rectangle. So the best way I can describe this is it's a. You ever have those cheese and like those cheese beef snacks from like a dollar store or a gas station?
You mean with like the brick of cheese included?
It's one of those, except it's not a brick of cheese on its own. It's mixed in with
It's like
meat.
it's like a stick of cheese and a stick of meat in one packaging.
Yeah,
Oh,
Of
like
take
different
those.
that
sauce.
and
Yeah,
then mix those together. Those Jacklings things.
yeah.
That's basically what they've offered you. It's a simple snack for you to refill your energy sum.
That's a good snack.
It's
It's got
Salty
that
as
same
fuck,
fucking
though.
symbol on it.
Oh no, wait, that's gonna be really salty. Have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to drink a lot of water to offset that.
See, they thought of they thought of a lot of things. Like they brought you guys those, and they're like, "Well, that might be really salty for the young ones." So they did bring a bunch of little tinctures of water. They kind of went a little bit extravagant. You could have just drank like lukewarm water, but because Citron is a veteran and they're used to spoiling themselves, they're little fucking mystical tinctures that have very basic cooling spells on them that keep it at like 60 degrees all the time.
Ah, hell yeah, thermoses.
Thermoses
Magic
that'll cut
wand.
your hand if you break them
Yeah, exactly.
because they're made of fucking crystal.
Wait, it's full of runes. That's a bomb.
Yeah.
Here, drink this. What is it? It's full of runes that keep it cold. Why? This just casually carrying these around.
Stupid is as stupid does.
When the D&D party is adventuring and the pack mule falls off the cliff, run! Everybody run!
All right.
Sorry, I've been watching more Russian Badger videos. I think his personality is starting to peel off.
Okay. But that's what you've got for your snack. Your next room. And what does it have? Let's find out, saith the dice rolls. Oh, it's a Monero Loopy. Actually, it's 3 Monero Loopies. Your first time seeing a Monero Loopy. You think, oh, you come into this another one of these caverns, and it's like, oh, look at the pretty wolves. And then as you get closer, it's like, oh, look at the pretty wolves. Because they're the size of, mastiffs easily. Bigger than them, actually. Well, they're bigger than normal wolves. People underestimate how big a wolf is.
Wolves are enormous,
They're the same size as you on their hind legs.
or more.
Yeah.
They're very big. And they don't appreciate that you just wandered into this room because you can, as one of them wakes up, it starts to let out this kind of snarl, but it's not a snarl that sounds like a normal canine. It sounds kind of like rumbling, a rumbling glassy sound. Somebody blowing through a reed full of broken glass. I get the feeling you should probably not get close to them. Or rather, any closer, because you don't want to be within easy striking distance as they stand up. And there's only 3, but there's they're good levels. You got level 30, and then level 38.
So they're not wimps,
No.
but they are definitely lower level than us and outnumbered. But you don't know what they've got up their sleeve.
Exactly. If you got Mob and Bonnie playing rock paper scissors to figure out who goes and punches one.
do, do not.
You know, do we have to help?
I would, yes. That's a very bad thing because when Bonnie wins, they do just run over and without hesitation, just fucking sends one to the ceiling with a bounce. It's just you just watched a grown woman uppercut a fucking crystalline wolf to the ceiling.
I guess that's a yes then.
Ouch.
That one's straight fucking dead. Holy shit, that was a hard hit. Bonnie's uppercut, I forgot it was one of their highest damaging abilities. Yeah, that fucking thing does it's like it only does like 10 points of extra damage. Let's see, 10 points of additional damage every 5 strength. But they have 200 strength easy. So
Yeah.
and then you've also got their gauntlets, which are pretty strong, and the fact that they still haven't recovered all their health, so they've got a bonus from health being up. It's just horrible. And then it hits the ceiling, which is impact damage, and then it falls back down, which is more damage.
We gotta calculate its velocity.
Yeah, I already did that.
Oh,
I've actually already had. I have the weights of most of these monsters in general, like generalized weights of them, so I know how fast they'll go up and down.
Perfect.
Plus, that ceiling clearance is about 40 feet.
So you can calculate that easily enough. I'll be right back.
You know, other DMs would just be like, it takes a lot of damage, and you're over here like, nah, I know exactly how much.
Sorry, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink.
So, what do the other wolves do? What does everyone
Oh yeah,
else
sorry.
do?
I was mesmerized by a photo somebody sent me. I was like, gee, and interesting. Send it later. Oh yeah, right. One of them snarls, the other one howls.
Oh, great. Pack tactics.
Yes, because then those little, I guess you could say, small tunnels all along the back wall start basically spawning these little fuckers. I say little, loose term. And it goes from 3 to the 2, then back up to 11.
Oh no.
Are the newcomers around the same level?
Yes. Well, the levels range from 30 all the way up to 48. The highest level you are.
Goodness.
These things do seem to get bigger with level, but not like significantly. But you can see the difference between the level 31 and the level 41. It's about inch taller.
Okay, so a tiny bit of difference there. Alright, so aside from Bonnie punching one to the ceiling and back, and the others appearing, did anyone else do anything?
You know what Naibai needs is like a good AoE attack. All their stuff is really pinpoint focused.
So I'll give you this bone that you can meta knowledge here. You can craft skills. If you can reasonably explain it to me in here, we can come to a point of contention on. It was like what it can do, what you want it to do, find out how will it do. Same way that we do like spell crafting. It's pretty much the same wanting to craft a specific skill for combat.
Like I did
I
with
mean,
Beatrice.
it's more loose in here because there's magic at play and the world itself does what it wants with players. And we can assign scaling to it that can change or shift, depending on level and usage.
Yeah. And as we know, there are no original ideas. Anytime you try to come up with something new, your brain just like goes, oh, I'll take this, and smush them together.
I mean, yeah, one of the, in fact, like, not even one of the most interesting ways that somebody's died in here to an adventurer is original, where that adventurer literally managed to, they're a multi-mage. I say that because they have a lot of different magic specializations. They literally altered parts of their blood specifically so they can mass crystallize all of their veins.
Oh, can I combine Skipping Stone with Walking Lash when I'm using the really, really dangerous yo-yo? So I can just ankle bite everything in an area.
I never said you wouldn't multicast abilities. If one ability, if you have two abilities that only need one hand each, theoretically,
Well, I was talking about combining them together into one thing.
you can try. I'll allow it if you can explain exactly what mad idea you have about it.
So, the idea was I would hold the, where is it? Bladed yo-yo, and it's 10 feet of mono line in the hand, and I would use the Skipping Stone skill to get it started, like, horizontally, towards the ground, so it would start skipping, and because it's, attached at the end with the mono, I would then use the walking lash to spin it around and keep it spinning.
Yeah, you can absolutely do something like that. Because, I mean, fuck. That's shit. Stuff like that's not hard. Karaja got to a point where he was literally able to turn himself into a Beyblade. It's possible with physics. He literally just basically does a twisting kick off of a wall with enough force to give him revolution and then lets it work from there.
he
With
has
just a tiny bit of magic.
he has become Demacia.
Yeah, I mean, he's like at 30% Garen-esque. He's far too interested in himself to be a Demacian.
He's a
He
Draven.
can fucking. He's more like Draven. Yeah.
Okay, so how many skips would I get for every revolution with the lash? Because the skipping stone goes up to 3 and the lash goes up to 12.
You know what? Let's see. You're relatively level
I am
early on.
52 currently. I haven't used any of the XP yet.
You have used those skills, what, 5 or 6 times each?
Yeah, I usually open with skipping stone and then fall back on ricochet and then walking lash if things get close, so I'm pretty sure I've used lash twice.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and say like you can get 7 uses. You not 7 uses, 7 with
7 impacts.
Yeah, 7 impacts. A little more complex, but it's not as complex. Doesn't need as much hard focus. Let's see. I can't scroll up and look.
So, okay, 7 impacts, is that total or per revolution?
I think total probably, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to let some older stuff load so I can track some crap up here. Nice mysterious projectile. You know the best part? You guys are going to experience in here, but because this is Expedition, there is still experience you're going to get when you get back to the guild.
Ooh. Neat. Alright, let me take a look.
I cannot find it for some reason. Let me see if I can find it on the other thing. Okay. I don't know what we could call that. It's a mixture of skipping stone and walking lash.
Wind?
Huh?
Whirlwind, maybe?
No, whirlwind implies it's more like around you.
Ricochet? Oh, no, you got something like that already.
Yeah.
Oh, you can call it shin nipper.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Ankle nipper.
Or shin skipper, shin biter, shin
The
slapper.
shin slicer.
I do have a quick question.
Hey, quick answer.
On Beatrice's glissade,
Mhm.
is this she does no less than 3 dashing attacks, and let's see.
Those don't cost anything.
Right. And
Okay.
so it's so the original 3 is the 12% stamina cost, and then each additional one after that is another 6%.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got that right.
Yeah, those first ones are totally free.
All right. So those
Oh, well,
first,
I say free. You're actually paying percentage.
yeah,
still.
I was gonna say they're included in the original cost. Everything. I guess with her weapon damage, it's a decent amount of damage to do. God, my allergies are terrible today.
Okay, so if Shin Biter is a combination of those two skills, Skipping Stone is 230 damage per strike with 4 additional for every 8 dex, and
I'm saving there now.
Walking Slash is 6% stamina cost for 115 damage plus 10 for every 20 dex.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm typing that now.
Oh, okay.
Allergies suck. Okay, yeah, I see it's in the text here. Now that I have already asked the question.
It's okay.
Yerp. Derp. Derpity derp derp. Derp.
All right, so she can do this to multiple targets, right? She can just bounce between targets if they're close enough.
Yeah.
Okie
You
dokie.
can do it for multiple. You can do it to multiples. You can do it to just one. It's whatever. Technically, if they're close enough, you can do it to air targets.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Your movement abilities, those don't need you to be on solid ground. Well, to activate, they do. To get up,
But
they don't need you to.
but to
So
continue, they don't need to be.
they don't need to be. To start, they do. To continue, they don't. But you are still susceptible to gravity, so plot your course intelligently on the way up.
Intelligently.
So you might want to not stop in the middle of the air.
The worst thing you could do is jump onto a falling platform.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's so anime, but if you could kick hard enough, you could actually do that thing, though. And probably absolutely destroy whatever happens to be in the opposite direction you're trying to go.
There you go. That's how much damage it's gonna do for you.
Where be?
Each one of the Kelly Green.
Oh, okay.
Just put the damage there because you already know what it does and you have the name, so you can plug that in there yourself for tracking it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's up to a hold on. Let me get rid of that first up to a maximum.
All right.
All right.
I should put these in parentheses so it's less confusing.
Probably.
There you go. So base damage, bonus max damage was that. Each one can do a total of 10. Yeah, because you know you got all your shit that makes everything different.
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
You gonna...
Just suffering from allergies.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna close my window.
Good thing Fion's ranged. He has a good chance of shooting things. Not getting
Yeah.
nommed.
Ouch.
I'm gonna go see if dinner's ready. Then I'll get in a minute. Oh no, it's gonna be a little while. All right. Do your math, guys. I'll be back. I'm starving, and if it is chili dogs, I don't want it to get cold. It's time to get in there.
I do have one quick question. Are the critters all close enough that you could bounce between all of them?
Well,
Or
some of them are, but they're in like little groups of 3 or 4 here and there. So you got like 4 here, you got like 5 there, and then you got the other ones like over here. They're trying to encircle you, but they know you're not that stupid. Plus, you've got your teammates are actively watching. Citron's just sitting there eating more of those little snacks she brought, watching in amusement from behind that blindfold of theirs. I know, I'll go get food later.
all right, so let's see.
There are 11 of them. This could take pretty much all day, or all the session for you to slug blows. So I guess we could get rid of these 11, let you fight them, take your damage numbers according to the dice rolls, and then let you fight the final one of this encounter if you'd like that.
Yeah, we could.
It's just if you want to save some time, that's fine. I understand. I mean, these guys are technically they're not okay. They can still fuck you up. They're fodder though, but there's always a pack leader.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There's always an alpha.
These
No.
I know some people are like, oh, not actually. Before you fucking actually, yeah, fuck you, magic.
Magic Alpha. Okay, so this has two maximums here. Plus 15 for every 25 up to 205, up to a maximum of 5,000. What's...
Yeah.
And I almost ignored that.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
Yeah, I was.
Is that like if all 7 of the impacts get up to a certain value, that's how high it can max out at?
Well, no, hold on. Let me get rid of that. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at I was typing another skill here in the background, and I think I was crossing them over. I'm sorry. That sometimes slips my brain because I so many numbers.
Okay. Yeah, because currently Nightby actually pushes up that damage bonus to 210.
Nice.
So, my brain is trying to do a thing. For these things, when I do my dice rolls for it, is it basically I roll once and each of the additional attacks match the dice roll of the first ones, or does each and every one of them end up having its own dice roll?
Uncle said?
Yeah.
Well, you can do it either or. Preference.
Well, depending on
I'll-
how many attacks that is, that would end up being a lot of dice rolls. So I think I'm gonna just say match it in this case.
Like, I know some people who prefer to do every because I
Well,
think Mark a
normally
lot. He
I
loves
would
the min max.
do, except I'm being lazy here.
I get you.
And that way I can just give you one number and you can copy paste it to every enemy hit.
All right. So
All
my
right.
hair was out of the way. I scratched my shoulder with my hair kept bugging me. Alright. So you want me to give you like how much damage you take overall as a group? Or like each of you take individually, should I say? Is that technically more correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So before you get to the boots, let's see. Let's get back on that number generation.
Mm-hmm.
I am doing that.
Oh, damn it. I tell you, it's like 9 times I've disabled notifications from YouTube and it still pushes them through. It just resets. Well, it just like resets it like every day. Alright. Dylan,
Yes.
you lost 6,133 health.
Ooh. Ouchie.
Nightbite lost 3,123.
Right.
Beatrice lost 5,608.
Okay.
Let's see. Mob is down.
This calculator is retarded and does not realize order of operations.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've noticed that with some calculators. Yeah, they kind of suck.
Yeah.
All right, so I will do the health calculation.
9. Alright, Bonnie took how much?
All right.
She took even more. You know, she's at a.
Dang, that new skill does 4,600 damage.
Nice.
All right, fucking brain here. I have to start all over because this calculator's fucking retarded. And I know for sure I did not do 200 million damage. It's like, no. Like, we're not gonna fucking multiply by that, no. Alright, 44.
Okay.
Fucking amazing.
So they've got those. Let's get those. A Monterey's temporary sheet's fine. Raji 3722. Ouch. Monterey took the 7K though. Aurora took 406. President took 4. Sam took 7320. Man, you guys kind of a hard fight you guys had there. You managed to fight those 11 Mineraloopy off. And you're just now all aching with bite marks and bruises and gashes from being attacked by fucking crystal doggos, surrounded by their dead bodies. You can
Lute's
see the ones that well, you're not done yet, but Bonnie does manage to finish off the last one. As it was nomming on their arm, they promptly just kind of let it keep chewing and slid it further down towards their elbow just so they could flip it up. So Bonnie's, I love Bonnie's weapons. They're literally just humongous gauntlets. They're bigger, like they've already got big hands, but they're like, think of just giant ass fist. For Ivy, the best way I can describe it, think Vi punching fist, like that big.
Yeah, did you see the
Ridiculous.
picture I sent to Telegram a little while back?
I think you sent a lot though.
Yeah, like the gal with the floating fist weapon thingy.
He prefers to have hers attached so you can feel ribs crack. But yeah.
But,
she finishes this one off in rage by grabbing it with one and then the other and then promptly twisting it in two pieces.
So I was doing calculations, and Beatrice, with every single, basically when using her glissade, or however you pronounce it, each enemy she hit, she would have done 51,556 damage to.
Oof. You know, a lot of damage. Killed several in the first go. Made those weak.
So she basically would have done that in a small group. Just kind of to maximize efficiency.
Oh, by the way, you guys think you can track bleeding stacks?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna give you your bleeding stacks. So Ivy, you've got 3. So that's 6% of your max HP a turn. You've got 4 turns left on that.
All right.
Dawn, you here?
I'm here.
Okay. Do you think you can track your own bleeding stack?
Maybe.
You know how to use a calculator and you know your max HP. It's real easy. You just take the percentage I'm going to give you from how many stacks you've got. Then you plug in, you've only got 3 also. So you're only taking 6% of your max HP as damage for 5 more turns.
Okay.
Naibai has 2. She's only taking 4% of her max HP, but she's got 7 turns to go.
Haha.
Okay. So that's, you guys got that? Good. I'm tracking all the NPCs. Yeah.
I'm back.
Problem with fighting the crystal things is you guys did manage to beat up all them crystal wolves. And it just doesn't get any better because dungeons have to remind you they're dangerous places. Because you killed all these little ones, but one of the ones that's kind of crawling around on the ground manages to let out one more howl before Sin promptly puts one of those ice crystals through its skull, and then that's when you kind of hear like that. Sounds like something blowing wind through a very deep ceramic urn almost, and you realize that's a howl back, and it rumbles a little bit, and it doesn't manage to fit out the tunnel like the other ones. It just kind of breaks out of the fucking tunnel itself. And you have encountered a level 83 mineral loopy.
All right, so I'm trying to do a brain here.
Clever name, by the way, now that I'm actually back finally.
What are you trying to brain?
Well, I don't know if I'm doing my math right or not, but you said that is 6% of their health, and 3 stacks, and you said what, 4 turns?
Yeah. It's not 6% per stack, it's 2% because you have 3, you're taking 6%.
Okay, I was gonna say it's doing a shitload of damage to me.
Yeah, no, that's how you do so much damage.
Yeah, and basically it's like that. I was calculating it out. I had to do it 3 times. I'm like, that's 72% of my health. How did that happen?
That's what percentiles do.
Now do you see what you do to enemies?
Yeah.
It's not fun, is it? When something's literally bleeding, you can take a turn, by the way, and tend to your bleeding if you need to, and stop it.
Well,
Yeah, so-
while we're waiting for that thing to show up, Naibai is definitely going to do that, being health
It's
conscious.
actively showing up, so that's you're not even going to be able to attack. That's going to take your whole turn order. As this fucking greater mineral loopy is literally breaking through one of the burrows to get out of it, and just Naibai heal.
Naibai sat here like, well, 2% is better than 4% a turn.
Yeah, you can reduce a stack by tending to the wound.
Yeah.
Your tanks have enough health. They're kindly letting you all, and Mob will let you know. Needing to put a band-aid or something on, go right ahead. Ah.
Yeah, Naibai is going to do that. And I was right, correct, it is 2% now if it's down to bleed 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And then...
Alright, so who's she gonna help the bleed? Probably Fion, because he's got more stacks of it, right?
After Naibai gets
you can
theirs
tend
down
to
to
it
1,
yourself.
they are going to go after anyone else who's not. Yeah.
Like, Naibai can get rid of all of the stacks with their healing in one go, but you can reduce stacks just by taking a minute and wrapping it up in a cloth and tying it tight.
Oh, well, shit, yeah, then I'm gonna...
Citron's kind enough to actually just throw a literal stack of fucking rags into the group and just give a thumbs up. They haven't helped this entire time, but just being there in the background.
Just sitting there. Oh.
Then, yeah, Naibai is going to take care of both stacks and then assist next round with people who are, like, probably actively trying to keep themselves alive.
Look away, Fiona.
2% per stack, then that's a lot less damage to her. I was gonna say that's like
Oh, I was just gonna say to have Fiona look away because right now, fucking Mob is helping Bonnie pull what looks like a shard of one of their tails out from her side.
Yeah.
He's gonna just kind of. Don't get sick.
A Monterey can actually help, so don't worry, because he's a support tank. He's not a hard tank, and he does manage to help Fiona not bleed to death. He's able to reduce his stacks by half as a sort of a not a full healer.
Yeah. Wait. If Naibai gets rid of both of their stacks, then that's 12 turns before they can use Mending Touch again.
Triage.
Health potions deal with this?
Health potions will not get rid of the stacks, but it can give you health back, but you'll still keep losing health.
Alright,
It's, it's putting a band-aid on it, literally. Not
literally.
literally. Literally, yeah.
I got...
Question.
Yes.
I don't have anything for bleeding. No, my healing potions.
Well, no, never mind. I don't think you can use that. Never mind.
What are you going to ask?
I was gonna ask if Fionn would be able to light one of his arrows on fire so he can like cauterize his own wounds if they're bad enough.
You could, but you would get punched by a Monray for informing you that that's the way to get infection, and infection in a dungeon will get you killed.
Okay. So he will not do that.
He knows people who have died of infection in dungeons. Yeah, just because you're in a dungeon in a fantasy world doesn't mean that Staphylococcus will not infect you in an open wound.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
You're lucky. Like you didn't have any puncture injuries. Yours are mostly just gouges and slashes.
Yeah.
The one who got the worst was literally Mob. He had 11 stacks.
Mm. Shit.
It's fine because Mob deals with it pretty well. But still, that's 22% of his max HP
Per turn.
per turn.
Yeah, it's only the last HP that matters anyways.
Yeah. Okay, the greater Mineralupi is upset to murder its little pet.
Yeah. So, if anyone needs healing potions, just like trundle over to Naibai. They've got 26 of them. 35% HP back.
at the moment, Beatrice is good. Let's see. So she took that, and she wrapped her wounds. So that would, you said that would take off one stack if she
Yes.
wrapped her wounds up. All right.
Applying a tourniquet staunches the bleeding a little.
Don't leave it on too long, otherwise you'll suffer damage of that limb being squeezed off.
Yeah, she's
after,
not gonna
like-
keep it on forever. It's just basically until the bleeding is reduced and stuff. She's got, well, after this round that she just took the damage from, she's got 3 turns left. And she'll
Yeah,
like the potion afterward.
I'm not trying to rub it in, but the guild actually sells bleeding treatment kits that literally act as consumables that you use the whole kit and it'll remove all your bleeding. But that's okay. You had to learn to be a little more prepared somehow. And you're rookies. Okay. Sometimes stuff like this happens, but you're alive. You're doing good. You don't have to go very deep. You're just here until Citron feels like you can't go any deeper.
We like to learn the hard way instead of asking people like, hey, so we're going to X dungeon, what should we bring?
Well, I've got, actually, Beatrice has one set of bandages, which can remove 5 stacks of bleeding. But she will save that for when she has 5 stacks of bleeding.
Damn, 5?
Yes, bandages get rid of a lot.
Yeah, Fionn's got some bandages as well still.
And sutures remove 10 stacks.
Yep.
I imagine something like a suture takes a couple of rounds to deal with, though.
Probably.
Well, sutures can be used like that, but they have a cooldown. That's the trade-off for things that get rid of elements.
Okay, so it is literally an item, okay.
Yes, it's literally an item, and it's literally called trauma kits, which is for bleeding. A trauma kit can remove all stacks of bleeding, but it has a 40-round cooldown.
Ooh.
Use when suffering from trauma, not from an inconvenience.
Right? Do not use trauma kit for a paper cut.
Be thankful that bandages only have a 2-round cooldown. Sutures have a 6-round cooldown.
So,
So,
yeah.
I I put a little bit of thought into keeping you guys from doing what I do, or everybody in Dark Souls doesn't just spam whore healing. There's a reason Radiant Life Gems no longer exist in Dark Souls 3. Life Gem spam. God, I missed that. It's like, well, the boss just beat my ass and I'm dying. Life Gem, Life Gem, Life Gem, Life Gem. The best part is each one was its own instance of healing, so it was just. Yeah, fucking wonderful. We stick to Estus.
Estus is bestus.
Estoc, Bestoc. Okay. Greater Mineral Luffy will like to make a charge. Its charge attack is going straight for. Well, it was going straight for fucking.
I'd like to speak with your manager.
As it was going just beelining towards Beatriz and fucking Faraji, but it promptly did get a shield to the side of its face from Amonre because he fucking Captain America that thing over there, which stunned it.
Not stunned in the did brain damage, but more in that did you just fucking the audacity?
Was that your
That's part of
foot?
Oh, it hurt. That fucking shield of his has a steel cap on the edge.
Mm.
The best part is it literally came back.
He's like, he's totally Captain American it.
Well, I mean, unlike Captain America, his is basic physics. If he throws something perfectly straight, the force will make it ricochet perfectly back.
Yeah.
Assuming the thing he throws it against doesn't have less of a squish factor than its shield.
That crystal is almost as hard as steel on the outside.
Yeah, it makes sense that it would come back. Because there's nothing more springy than metal.
Yeah.
Well, crystals, I should say.
That did stun it and do decent damage, but you guys can see its health pool as 489,000 HP.
Mm.
And it also has something uncomfy. It has a second little tick mark underneath its health.
Oh, good. It gets worse.
Oh, good. 2 health bars.
Is that a rage meter?
I don't know. You have to find out. I mean, I do know, but I don't know.
Oh, the dice just said it has an extra tick. I don't know what that means. They'll tell me when I...
Nobody kept count of the floors. Or nobody kept count of the rooms, technically. This is 5. It's kind of weird, though, isn't it? You're going vertically. You're not very going vertically. You're going horizontally, but you're technically going through floors.
They're floor.
They're called floors. Fun fact, as you will have been informed, probably on the way here, because you probably would have asked. Floors is actually a technical term that the guild uses to describe rooms, because it's all connected, but sometimes it's connected via a stairwell, a ladder, a ramp, just a straight line through a tunnel, a little labyrinth. They just gave them quote floors, even though you're going a little bit deeper each time.
Oh, God. To get to the next floor, you have to climb the Metal Gear Solid ladder.
Well, I mean,
Beep, 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 beep.
like it's
You know the
they have
one.
a lot of technical terms because floor and room, it's like it's a 50-50. You could technically call these rooms because you are going horizontally, but you're clearing encounters. You'll know when you technically, so like if you want to talk verticality, then you're on this first floor. But as you're seeing, I've been trying to express, dungeons aren't really linear per se or logical, which I hope I've expressed that enough and like
They're
shown that
non-Euclidean.
they're very non-Euclidean. Yeah, they're paracausal, if you would.
God damn it, that's just the new quantum!
Well, no, paracausal literally means anything that is not of causality, i.e., nothing that obeys standard, what we consider standard physics.
So
and
quantum.
laws. Well, Quantum is this
I know.
paracosmos, but yeah, it's basically the new Quantum, yeah. But I can
Paracausal
promise
is
you,
the
this
new
dungeon
quantum.
exists when you're not observing it.
Okay.
Like, if you turn your back, the monster behind you is still going to fucking stab you. It's not going to vanish into mist. You are
Well,
getting
you're
stabbed.
still observing it.
Well, it might
I'm
not
not
be
observing it with your
rendered
fingers.
anymore, but it's still
No.
going to do damage.
No, even if you're deaf, blind, and dumb, and you know there was a monster in front of you, and you turned around, it's still stabbing you. Even if you can't observe it in any shape or form, you're still going to get murdered. It exists.
If you know it's there, that means you're observing it. However, observed fits. So, yes, you still know it's there and it's being observed, therefore it's real.
Okay, so there's a fundamental problem with your logic here. Observation in quantum field research means you have to fire a laser at it, which is going to impart a change onto whatever you're observing.
If it's
So,
being
yes.
sensed in any capacity is what that means. Observation means sensed in any capacity.
Yeah, but the way they have to do that is with light. Which means, yes,
Anyway,
it's going to
before we
change.
get way off track here or anything.
Dude with a ham radio in a fucking basement in the 80s. Duh, haven't you ever seen Poltergeist? Anyways. Would somebody like to make an attack on Amon-Ray's attack order? Or...
I'm still healing. It's...
Alright,
I think
well, you're healing
did
too.
Beatrice use her turn to wrap herself, or is
Yes.
this following turn?
It's
Okay,
not your
so
turn. So... Yon, you technically didn't do anything. You could try and shoot it with an arrow.
Fion will.
Beyond to the rescue with the max crit arrow.
Let's see. He's gonna use an AP arrow. Let me do math.
Oh wait, are we running willpower?
I'll run with your willpower. Wait.
6.
your power will run.
We all float down here. Wait.
DM, are we running willpower, or is that not one of the optionals that are turned on?
Oh, willpower from ours. Well, are you talking about surviving death?
No, the in the optional rules, the 5 willpower checks the DM's allowed to give players.
Make something work?
Yeah.
I mean, you're already kind of making things work as is, just by having your stats as they are. I suppose we could run willpower, because will is a thing.
I'm just asking, because I didn't know if it was on or not.
Just because I completely forgot the full semantics of it, it's off.
Okay.
Maybe, like, remember.
Oh, your semantics.
Nice.
Roll. Okay. 6. Okay. I've got Fion's damage tallied up.
Alright.
Alright, for the AP arrow and drill shot, it's going to be 4,621.
Okay. So, we're looking at...
But of course, that's not including the different statuses from the jade infused glove and the bow itself.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure all those statuses aren't going to do anything, because it's
Okay.
not biological.
The corrosive isn't going to do anything?
Hold on. Oh, how much damage
Okay.
you say you did?
4,621.
I just want to make sure. Okay. 4,000. It's got a lot of health. Calculate with this one. Calculate with this one. Okay. So 48, 42. Gonna go through them 3 times. It's gonna It will, at the angle you're firing, you'll actually technically hit it 4 times, so it's force exploding. So, D6, 12, 2, 5, 7.
Such pretty music.
All right.
Such dramatic encounters.
All right. You did 57,910 at the end of the turn, whatever your status.
Say again?
Corroding does a shitload of damage. 3%
No.
of current HP,
Ooh.
and it stacks up to 3 times. Oh no, 5 times. Excuse me. You got 4 stat. Yeah. You gotta love how acid, like the argument made. Oh, actually, it couldn't eat it because it's crystalline. Bitch, it's magic acid. It eats what it wants. It eats ass. All right.
Its diet
Well,
is
being that
composed of
typically,
ass and idiots.
oh, being that crystals are typically carbon based, acids do pretty good against that. That being said, if they're magic based, you need magic acid.
You actually bored a nice clean hole from shoulder to shoulder on this thing.
Oh.
Very small. It yeah, when your arrow impacted it, basically crushed it. That's very interesting, by the way. It means its insides are under some level of pressure because it crushed the arrow kind of smolder.
Mm.
But because make the arrow go fast and drill shot don't care, they kept going until it reached the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey. Right. Aurora stole one of your arrows out of your quiver before running up and stabbing one of her smaller daggers into this thing.
She's still on my AP arrows?
Yep.
Or which one?
You need to. It's very interesting. She something that she did. She just took it and stabbed it simultaneously with both. You don't know why she did that, but she just ran up and stabbed it with an arrow and with one of her little daggers before getting a distance and lashing it over and over again with those fucking little swarm blades of hers. That's what her attack is, and that's another. Okay, so it's that times 12. So it's times 2. Alright. She is doing. What is her? What are her abilities? Well, each one does a different element. Kind of a pain in the ass. So let's see. Alright, we're just going to add all these up. So we got wind, so 3%, 5%, 1%, 1%. So we're going to go reduce them and make them all do 1, so it's doing 5% of its current HP. So 393. We did 19,602.
I forgot I had the chocolate bar.
Alright, and Faraji managed to take another 21,208 off of it. 6. Yep, 246. So its health is already about halfway down. It doesn't get any better for it. Bob puts his axe in it, which also does burning here. So we're looking at
We're looking at the status meta.
the murder power that he has. So Bob did 260 coupled with 1,800 as flat and being a wild. He makes it do times 19. It does. Fire and Umbral, so does 3 6. That automatically adds more fire. He hit it with that 3 stacks, so it's 3% of its current HP. I like the numbers.
I don't remember. Are there creatures that are resistant to certain statuses?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And is that just like a negative percentile modifier?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So it can't be set ablaze, but it can take damage from fire. Alright, and so Umbral is the darky burny dirt. Umbral technically applies. Well, that's not true. Umbral is weird. It applies both bleeding and not bleeding, freezing. Fuck you.
Yeah. So, so I know Beatrice does Umbral, and did you say Mob does too?
Mob does fire plus Umbral, yes.
Ah,
I'm
Beatrice.
not even gonna get into the crazy thing that is technically mutant or like hybrid afflictions, because like technically, if you do like 3 different afflictions at once, fire, burning, and freezing, you immediately do storm, which also adds electricity into that. So that's 4. Magic, it's fucking weird.
Oh, it's just like multi-caster spells in the base game.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Only it's whatever you're stabbing them with, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so its health is respectively down to 215,706 by the time your turn order is over. You also have Shizuna, who's another healer, so you're going to use one of her healing spells. She can split her focus with that one and target 2 of you, and she manages to reduce your bleeding by half value. So, thankfully, they managed to get Amon Rays off, and they take some more of Fion's bleeding off. Good for you. Okay.
Yay.
Next retaliation, because it just got beat up and it's Engi. A very wolf thing to do is thrash in a big circle and try and bite somebody.
That does make sense, I guess.
Yeah, but anybody in the way gets hit. So who's all within 6 feet of it? Let's see. Monrays here. Mob and Bonnie are here. Fucking crackheads. Tanks just staying close.
And Beatrice has not gone in yet.
Those 3 got hit, and it also managed. So, as you learn from the smaller ones, the big one can do what the small ones can do, and fling some of these crystal shards off of its ass or tail. That's exactly what it does. As it swings around and slams into your tanks, who all collectively get bombed by it, it throws a nice sharp field of these your way towards. Yeah, all 3 of you. Naibai, Fion, Beatrice, all like 5 of you. Naibai, Beatrice, San, and Farad. Yeah, you're all in the path of these. I will give you a chance to try and doge with a D100.
All right, that's an agility one, right?
Yeah. One of these days, something's going to be coming at you so fast you can't dodge. That's the beautiful part.
40 plus 253.
What is okay? So Beatrice gets 168.
Okay. Yo, I'm going to try and doge.
Yes.
What you get?
Eh,
Eh?
Hold on. Which one was this?
Agility.
Agility, yeah.
Agility.
Okay.
Phone. Come on.
The dexterity is arrow go fast. Agility is body go fast.
Yep.
169.
All right. So all three of you managed to avoid it. Baraji also managed to avoid it, but I'm fucking fortunately Sin only avoids part of it and gets 2 more of these shards, both in his leg, which ow, because they immediately, as you see, each shard individually applies an entire stack of bleed all their own. And it has an interesting modifier on it that'll keep you from ticking down so long as they're in the body.
Oscillatory crystal.
I mean, they do kind of vibrate a little bit.
Oh, well. Naibai doesn't need the rag that they were using now, so they're gonna go over and help them with that.
Alright. Alright, go ahead and do your next attack order while I go pee and get a drink and get food because my stomach hurts and I can't help it. So, do all your attacks. Have the numbers ready for when I get back, please.
This time I'm going to use dynamic shot with a steel arrow.
Yeah, gotta love that steel.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I miss not getting headaches like this all the time.
Dirk not feeling good.
That's just been a constant state of being for the past while, so, you know.
Stop it. Get some help.
Help doesn't help. Nobody helps.
It's 14. 275. Plus roll. Where's my dice roller? There it is. Plus 91. Very nice.
If it was made of gallium, you'd know where it is. Fuck your butt.
I'm gonna kick you in the tank.
You can't even lift your foot that high.
I can punch that high.
Nope. Too short.
Yep. That's what they make step stools for. Shadow is gonna pull an E6, get a step stool, put it behind Meg, climb up to it, and punch her in the ass so hard it gives her a leg cramp.
You do know she weighs right around 4,200 pounds, right?
Yep.
If she gets a leg cramp, she's gonna sit on you.
And it'll be worth it because you gave her a leg cramp and made her feel pain. The chitter boy will die happy.
Yeah, she's gonna make her take a shower with him, or she's gonna make him take a shower with her.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to be used as a loofah?
No, she has a very stereotypically draconic shower. It's lava.
Yeah. Shadow is flame resistant, but not lava proof.
Exactly.
Okay, so I thought there was dinner because I heard them in there for like 20, 30 minutes when they got back, but I guess they were just fucking off here before heading back out with my brother to go do something. So, DM might be hangry because, had I known that they weren't going to cook dinner like they said they were going to do 4 hours ago, I would have just done what I usually do and made myself something, but now I don't have the time to start dinner.
Well, we wouldn't mind waiting if you need to get some food.
Fine. I got a little bit of some jerkies here. I'll Side note: Caribbean jerk. Not a fan of the flavor. It's not. I don't know.
What were they trying for?
Caribbean jerk. It's weird. I know jerk chicken and jerk beef aren't bad, like Caribbean style. But I guess they're trying to recreate the natural flavor of jerk stuff. They realize that the reason it's so good is because it's natural ingredients when they make that shit.
Hmm.
It's got a weird, like some Caribbean jerks have ginger in them. You can taste the ginger in that one. So,
Ginger is a hard flavor to cook with because if you don't do it right, it makes the food bad.
yeah,
Like not just. It's not like added too much salt kind of bad, which you can balance out with other things. It's
yeah,
just
no, it's
bad.
it's more like it tastes like somebody dipped this beef product in crumbles of a gingerbread house and then cooked it in an oven.
Yeah.
Like gingerbread's
Without
nice
the
in
sweet.
small amounts, but that's grody.
I don't know how anyone could finish an entire gingerbread house.
I've eaten them.
You smash it with a hammer, you take a bite, and throw the rest away.
I'll snack on the whole thing over the course of a few days. Ginger ain't going bad. All right,
Same.
what's up?
Okay,
Yeah, that was good.
numbers for you.
You got numbers for me?
Yes.
Yes.
What she's going to do is she's going to use her pirouette. You know, the one that she attempts to distract and then double attacks for damage of 51,733 each time. So
173.
Does the crystal wolf actually get distracted?
It
Haru?
can. It just has a lower value. So let's do a D30 and see if it gets distracted.
all right. So yes. Well, I guess I could have done the math and just doubled that for you.
That's okay. I can just calculate it here. It do actually get distracted.
Ooh.
So that means it's a times 4 damage instead of times 3.
Oh,
Ye.
It's
that's
an automatic
a large
critical.
number.
Yes, it's an automatic critical if they get distracted. That's kind of how that works. Answers are kind of crit machines, but they're also really squishy because they have to put all their stuff into dex and agility.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they can't fight something like a Grand Lancer that reliably because Grand Lancers have a lot of resolve skills that keep them focused. The basically, here's how you sum up Grand Lancer: armor lock, armor lock, armor lock, armor lock.
But it's such a bad skill, you know what I have to say to that? Armor lock, armor lock, armor lock, armor lock.
It's only bad because morons don't know how to use it. It's more situational. Now, if you
Turtle poke. Yes, the Dark Souls noob method when dealing with any boss. Turtle poke.
Oh no, this wraith is flying right towards me. What am I gonna do? Turtle lock, turtle lock, turtle lock, turtle lock.
turtle lock.
Turtle lock. Turtle lock. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, Weiss, you could hit her with your hardest hit, and she would only take 5% of its damage if she used one of her skills. That's not counting what her shield. If she manages to get a full block on you with her shield, which is a skill, 100% negation on basically every attack. That has some exceptions. Things that can't be reasonably blocked, obviously, like a giant wave of electricity. It goes through, or technically all over, and then into stuff.
Oh,
Would something like a glissade where they're leaping around all over the place be able to get past that?
Nope, because the Grand Lancer's blocking skill, if it's a singular target and you leap past them, they will flip around and block the other one.
Yeah, I was wondering if they'd be able to do that.
so that just reminded me of the stupid ass scene of the Wii Fit trainer trying to avoid Galeem's lasers by using their single invincibility frame on one of their moves. And that made me wonder, since this is a video game, are there invincibility frames?
There's exceptions, but there's not necessarily manipulatable frames. Like, if you get knocked down by something and something else is coming at you, you're not going to get knocked down and then get spared getting hit with a fireball. And you're going to get knocked down and have a real bad time with a fireball also hits you in the side of the head.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The only time that you're immune to basically damage usually happens after you die.
Okay.
Yeah, the world is much like our world. I'ma touch you. Okay. So what did Fionn do? What are his numbers for his attack?
Okay,
He did
so-
another one.
Fionn is using his dynamic shot and his flame arrow. So he did a total of 7,893.
Okay, 7,890. 7,890. Your arrows literally, instead of going straight, go sailing right around to where that dagger is.
Oh,
Do it critical.
use a
Let's
spell
see.
to make it basically do multi attacks on the weak spot.
It do. Yes, she created a weak spot. She did two skills at once, technically. She created a weak spot and simultaneously planted one of those there, which magnetizes any object that she's marked with it.
Oh.
Or homes magnetizes a different working.
So basically, homing shots.
Yep. Which is a skill you could learn from a magic archer. How to actually do that yourself. That's
That is.
yes, that's why you managed to do a lot of damage. 7893 times 4, which brings it from 8,774 health to negative 22,798, and then you watch that number kind of shake and then shatter, and then and another health bar pops up.
I fucking did it!
1,158,585 additional health.
Ah, fuck.
How much?
1 million. It's a boss. They stumbled into a boss room.
Oh,
I didn't say stumble. Citron intentionally led you to one.
oh boy. Fionn. I fucking knew it!
Yeah, see, even bosses, even if they're not really that high level, they still get boss rules, so they get ridiculous health pools and damage.
Yeah.
And it gets to retaliate, which is very aggressive, because now that it's entered its second stage, because it's one of the bosses that can qualify for that, it immediately kind of, it's like its quote fur fluffs up, but instead it just kind of, and now it's a fucking prickly ass crystal wolf. Much more aggressive and faster, because its response is immediately, basically, it does what Beatrice did to its kin. It goes to one end of the room and then back, slamming into whoever's in its way. So let's hope you can dodge roll. I'm gonna need, let's see, yeah, 3 D100 rolls to see if you can dodge its attacks.
Oh boy. What's the value to beat?
Oh, it's different each time.
Oh, okay. So,
We'll get fucked.
damn it. Oh, it's that one. So, 353 plus 56, and then plus 67, and then plus 79.
All right, so I got 204 for my first one. $234 for the second one. And 188 for the third.
Be thankful this attack isn't necessarily high damage all on its own.
Does
It's
that
a
mean
shadow doggo.
None of you. Save for
Okay.
Naibai beat it once, from what I'm guessing. Naibai beat it one time. What's yours, Firo?
For Fionn, I got 184 for the first one, 152 for the second, and 191 for the third.
Nope.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yes, it is. What's everybody's HP value? I'm pretty sure each of these attacks won't equal more than what you have.
83%, so 24828.
Oh, well, she is at 26,798, but she also has a shitload of armor. You want to know what that value is?
Yes, I'm gonna need everybody's armor value.
Oh, Kevin's armor value.
Shut up.
So-
I know. This won't do anything to him.
Her,
It probably
her
fucked him up
value
pretty good.
for her defense is 27,426.
My total armor value is 15,066.
Alright. What is Fionn's armor value?
Wow.
Plus.
I mean, I can guarantee Fionn's probably going to survive it entirely because he was standing near Omanre. You're going to come to the...
It should be
Let
right.
Ah, no.
Set it up to calculate it when it was equipped.
I'm adding it all together.
Don't forget your natural defense.
I knew.
I thought I set it up on that to do that, but
Yeah.
maybe I forgot.
I'm still running the first character sheet you guys gave us.
Total 4,909.
You're about to find out why fucking parties love dedicated tanks. That is nothing. Yeah, it did 3 attacks of 26,186. Don't worry, because Fionn's proximity to Monterey, and that's why I positioned him near you, because he stood near you because you're an archer. He knows archers usually don't have heavy armor. It's kind of not, conducive to being an archer to be slow. Yeah, he managed to guard you, which means he took, you don't take all of the damage. You only take a fourth of the damage. He gets the rest.
How much is a fourth of the damage?
You still took, let's see. How much health do you have?
26,136.
You took 19,639.
$19,639.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do not feel bad. Literally, none of you except Naibai, who only did it once, dodged it. That's not true. Faraji dodged it like that all 3 times. 'Cause he's fast as fuck. But
Fast as fuck, boy.
it was literally like a shit back moment for him. Because yeah, that fucking that heckin' doggo was going fast.
Mhm.
Now, unfortunately, to say that because you were struck all 3 times, you are going to need to be treated quickly, or you're going to bleed down, probably, because each impact left 2, so you've got 6 of its, I guess you could say, scales in you. And those stacks won't tick down as long as they're in you. So, Ivy, you had how much armor?
27,426.
So you managed to negate each one of its individual attacks barely.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, just
But
barely.
because they were direct impacts, you still do have the stabbies in you. It's okay, though. You can mitigate that relatively easy. At least you didn't feel a, 3,800-pound crystal monstrosity slam into you.
Okay, so let's see. That was
Jesus Christ, Bonnie.
2 stacks each hit, right? Of bleed.
Yes. Well, it's because it left its, I guess you could say, scales, those shards. It left a total of 6 of them in you,
All right.
which you can take because they're not hard to pull out. That's why parties have more than one healer, by the way. Yeah, it's very dangerous to have only one healer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a small party like yours usually are, it's easy, but because you've got all of you, you've got Shizuna and Naiba who are both educated healers, and you've got a Monrai who can help heal.
All right. So, what Beatrice is going to do on her turn, going to pull all those things out so that she doesn't bleed too badly, or so that it'll, have
So
an end
Shizuna
to the.
has to focus on Bonnie
Yeah.
because Bonnie has 27% of her health left. But the good news is she's the first to retaliate. When it comes to a halt, you see Bonnie. This is actually the first time you've seen Bonnie do her flurry skill. And it is aptly named Fist Hail for a reason. Or Hail of Fist, however you want to call it. She likes to call it Fist Hail. Because her fists are the hail, and this is a storm, and you're about to get fucked up. Best part is I get to roll a d30 to see how many times she punches in one go.
Big numbers.
Wait a second, I think I missed it. How much damage did the wolf do?
What was your armor?
15,066, and I got hit twice.
You took 10,500, okay, excuse me. You took 21,040 damage in total.
21040?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and might want to address the 6 little shards that it stuck in you as it slammed into you. Or 4. You only got hit twice, you only got 4.
It would be 4 and 8% bleed, right?
Yeah, 2% bleed for each.
Yeah. So I'm just going to ask this. Mechanics-wise, do you like having the threat of bleeding to death? Or no?
It makes it realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
you
works.
play Christmas Stride, you'll be fine. Okay, so Bonnie hits it 21 times. This is going to fucking hurt. Because it literally came to a stop in her direction. So the first thing this sees is fist.
I
And
cast
then another
fist.
fist. And then another fist. And another fist. And another fist. And another fist. And they're not ridiculously fast. It's just... This is enough impact force from her punches that you can tell it hurts because you can hear it making noises. And it's actually backpedaling while getting hit in its face.
It is not having a good time.
No.
No, it is not. This is going to fucking sting. Let's see. Bonnie doing... she has to play dangerously with her health, but it's so fucking worth it. Because she rolled 100 first one. She got a 60. Looking at starting. Then you add that 275. And then you add the... Where is the bonus? Where is the... Scroll down. The 3570. And then you add the 22,947 times 21.
Don't forget about
yes.
HP regen in the middle of combat, guys.
Yeah.
True.
I've
Also,
been
what is that giving you right now? That's giving you... Oh, no, format... Which is plus 50. Yeah. Okay, I am going to tick that to, instead of every 6 seconds, you're getting that HP back every second, to be fair. Because you have big health pools as you get later on.
Okay.
Yeah, the combat regen is pretty small.
I'll work on it, don't worry. Alright, so you watch Bonnie slowly, I say slow, it's They do chip away at its health. It's kind of impressive, really. She's very angry. So let's see. She did
She's
485,794 damage. And that's not even counting any crits, which there were 4, so I need to apply that value. So that was a crit, so we add that damage. So we're gonna add plus. So we got 4, 8. This number here. Times 4 times 4. Okay, so with those 4 crits, the number that she did is actually significantly higher.
good. We need numbers that are big.
Yes. Oh my fucking god, the number is way higher than I thought it was actually going to be.
What?
Bonnie's skill, this is what you call prime conditions for Bonnie to hurt something. She's almost dead. She's getting as many bonuses as she can get from her class and everything, and I guess you could say race. So she does 915,458 to it.
Well then.
I mean, accounting for its armor value, which is kind of high, you're still looking... Okay, so it's not really that necessarily, because it's got an armor value of 3,500-ish or so. So, it's down to 246,627 health. And it's safe to say because it took that much damage, it's also stunned. And you can hear like a yelp as it gets hit the last time and faced into the ground. That's when Bonnie manages to just kind of backpedal and fall down because they're pretty much fucking winded with as much blood as they're losing, which is why Shizuna is happy to use her bigger healing spell on them, keep her from bleeding to death. If anybody would like to retaliate to it, now's a great time while it's stunned and it's going to take an entire round to recover.
I've got 15% HP left. What's everyone else at?
I'm at
Is at 71%, but she's about to take 6,000 bleed damage, so that could be a thing. So what she's doing is she's removing those little spines, and she's going to use her bandages. So that's what's going to take her turn up. So she's basically preventing bad numbers.
I took a health potion and then took bleed damage, so that's where I'm at right now.
So after removing these spines, how many turns remaining or rounds of bleed does she have?
After removing the spines, thankfully, because of how these work, you don't have any anymore. But that's just kind of what a problem is. If they force you to take an entire turn, well, technically 2 in your case, to pull them out. Luckily, it wasn't able to attack you because it was stunned for that turn.
Okay, so she would just have the previous bleed then,
Yes.
which was almost done. So
That's pretty music. Such dangerous creatures.
Trauma.
all right, so let's see. Mine is
Alright. Mob has enough health to go again, even though he's on like 11% himself.
Let's see. Chugging a health potion is one action. Pulling the spines out is another, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And we're gonna assume that everyone, since it's stunned, takes a second to yank some of those out, so Naivai doesn't have to go over and help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for Mob and Bonnie, who managed to get tended to on other people, Monray and Shizuna's turns. Sin also helped himself, but he's fucking barely clinging on there and has to chug a health potion too. But you get to see Mob also having this weird ability that's relying on him almost being dead. The best way I can describe it is he's able to literally light his own blood aflame when he coats his axe in it, and uses that as a weapon for more damage, which promptly results in, I already did the math, and it's kind of just fucked. This thing is down, as it's lied there, stunned and just kind of rearing. Mob stumbles up and drags his own weapon against the blood coming out of his wounds, flips it around, and then you see him swing it, and his fucking blood lights on fucking fire with this sort of red flame scented on the edges by black, and promptly takes off an entire leg from this thing, making the ground shake in the process just a little bit.
Oh,
That also puts it at a crippled status. So, oof.
So, since removing those spines would remove a bunch of the stacks of bleeding, she's actually not going to use her bandages, not going to waste it on two. Just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Alright. Mob's going to go ahead and tend to himself at the start of the next turn, though, by prying those out. And then you get to see him. It's kind of bullshit how his health fluctuates like that. He was so low, and then his mana just kind of drains by a third, and he manages to get, like, a fourth of his health back.
Oh, I got a question. Can I bounce something off of the shards to knock them out of people?
I wouldn't advise that.
Okay.
Please don't.
I like how everyone came to the consensus. Please don't.
Because Fiona loves Naibai as a friend.
Oh,
But if
I'm
she's
getting
just
a call.
something deep, she might just get punched.
Hey, hello.
Hello?
He's
They
on
got
the phone.
Yeah, they got a call.
Okay. Yes. Dark, I'm sorry. Fiona loves Naibai as a friend, but he just might punch her if she was to knock it deeper into him before he gets up and pulling it out.
I wasn't actually being serious about that, but I wanted to see what his reaction was going to be if he'd actually allow something that backwards logically to work.
I think if it was spinning the right way and hit it at a good angle, it might work.
It might work, yeah, or it could break the crystal off, and you got to dig into wound to get it.
Or it could hit the crystal like at an angle where it just cuts you even more than it would have if you just pulled it straight out. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. It's like, we're just gonna knock this crystal sideways in the wound.
Damn it!
Oh
You're
man,
like-
it looks like you got some glass in your arm here. Hold on, let me go get my 9 iron.
Just whack.
Let me just use a 2x4 to fix this glass cut.
I mean, have you not?
No?
Hmm.
Alright, man, that's right.
Yeah, I've been calculating my stamina regen and stuff too.
Yeah. I'm not used to actually taking enough damage in combat to need to keep up with the regen property.
The DM has heard and will remember this.
No, I was down at like 15% after healing, okay? Naibai has good armor and dex to back it up, but they are still squish.
Yeah, that's why Beatrice went and sprung for the good armor.
Fiona's kind of meh, I guess.
Yeah, when I level up, I'm definitely dumping more into Constitution.
Having its fucking arm taken, or its leg taken off, technically, It does let out a very pained howl, and my God, Mob inflicted a full 100 stacks of crippling.
Oh my god.
He took it off at the fucking joint where it connects to the damn torso.
Oof.
Hey, look at you guys though. You've beaten it up, it's beating you up, and you still got a little bit more to go.
Mm-hmm.
Still got about 100k left on it, and it's still a threat.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you might want to change your filters because it's left a lot of dust from all this damage.
The what?
Yeah. Filters on the
Oh, yeah.
on the thingies.
The respirators.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagined it does not feel good. Oh, that's right. Beatrice was very unhappy with this dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
All right.
Fion's gonna have a hell of a time getting all the dust out of his mane.
Monray didn't take too terrible much solely thanks to the fact that he saved one of his defensive skills entirely for a move like that. And
Mhm.
still kind of hurt, but he's able to heal up in one go with a chug of a health potion. He's got one of those ones that gives him 55% of his health.
Oh.
Naiva has to
He's
take
back
2 turns to do that.
He's back at full HP, and then he does promptly retaliate, doing his best to hurt it. So let's see.
Oh,
I
wait.
calculated here.
Are the HP potions based on current or total?
Your maximum.
Oh, I did it completely wrong then. Hold on.
He only managed to do 32,445 to it. But he does inflict another stun.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, getting hit with a fucking double-headed flail kind of racks your brain.
Yeah, I would
It
imagine
does a
so.
good clonk. So let's see. Would it be Beatrice's turn, or was there somebody else first?
Well, it's really whoever goes first, because everybody's, people
'Cause
are winded. You've been
they're there.
fighting. It's kind of rough. Yeah. There's not really a turn order. Just go if you want.
So one moment here. Let me just do a quick math.
All right. So Ivy's going to go again. Or is Ivy's going to go? So is anybody going to try and jump on their attack order too?
I gotta figure out how much health I have right now before I make a decision.
Okay, well you can just take a turn to, I don't know, heal up. If
Fiona
it makes
will.
you feel better, literally nobody save for a Monray is over 25% health.
Mhm.
And Beatrice,
Oh yeah, Beatrice.
because she got good armor.
He's got more armor than
Yeah.
Beatrice.
He's got good armor, I'm sure. But
Yeah, you don't worry. This dungeon will pay in dividends. I think what Citron's observing, she's gonna call it at this floor though.
Mhm.
At least for this expedition. Because she doesn't think you can go to the next boss if this one has hurt you this much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiona is gonna piggyback on Beatrice's attack.
Okay. She's going to do a hecking cut of something.
yes, what she is doing is her splitting stab because it's a decent number. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I know she'll do like weapon damage when she does the stab part. Does she do additional weapon damage when she does the slash? Also, the subsequent slash, or was
When you stab it in and move it back and forth?
is basically when she stabs it in and then draws the blades apart.
Yes, that does do initial damage or secondary damage.
So it does secondary weapon damage. Very nice.
Yes.
All right. So
Are they still having you do stuff, Derek?
No, just nursing a headache, and all I can hear is the high points of his voice just barking about nothing
Oh, he's just bitching in the background.
constantly.
Very sorry.
All right, let me just tab over to the right thing. Will you stop spinning and give me a number?
Spin to win.
Random thing. Apparently, a woman bought one of those robocallers, car extended auto warranties, just to find out who they were, and then she proceeded to file a class action lawsuit against said company for violating DNC list. And it's
Really?
ongoing. Yep, it was filed this year.
That was a smart move. I hope that lawsuit is basically into the billion just to knock those scammers down into dirt.
Oh, I got a scammer one time trying to say they were part of the Texas branch of the Border Patrol and Homeland Security.
What the fuck? I didn't know we had our own fancy. Oh, we're Texas. Never mind.
Yeah, they said that they found a drug package with my name on it.
You're like, oh, well then, can
Oh,
I have
cool! I've been looking for that.
it?
Oh, cool. I need to talk to Pedro about where my money is then.
No, I don't need this. I need the other thing. Where's my other fucking calculator? Damn it. This. Sorry for taking so long. I have a lot of numbers to crunch.
Oh, you're fine.
All right.
Okay,
Princess
I have
Diana was
figured
totally
out where
assassin.
Naibai's health is. After taking two 35% HP potions, there's back up to 78, which is... I'd say that's pretty safe. They're gonna start helping other people.
Decidedly better, yes.
Decidedly better. They're going to take one action on their turn to yank another shard out and take the bleed damage, and then they're gonna help someone else do the same.
Good idea.
So I'm gonna take 6% this turn, take a shard out. I'm gonna go over to whoever has the most dire situation and help them.
Oh no, Fiona just kind of took the shards out and was gonna go on the attack after Beatrice.
Well, I know she's going to come really close to its remaining health numbers just because of the weapon damage she does. I just don't know if it's going to go over. But Fiona might finish it off.
Yeah.
I think that's... Am I forgetting anything else?
Unless they somehow learn a new combo move on the spot.
I
Well,
mean,
what...
it could happen.
I remember what she was going to... Was she right next to the creature? I forget.
She's within attacking range.
She's within attacking range, so she wouldn't need to charge. So, all right. So
Yeah,
I think we have a final number for you that includes the initial stabbing and then the draw and everything.
Okay, okay.
So
I'll be
that
back
is
in a bit.
a grand total of 103,480 and a half, but we're dropping the half.
486?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it crit? It do not. Okay. Go ahead, Fionn.
Okay, total for the flaming steel arrow is 5,446.
Okie dokie. They do crit. Times 2. Alright. You and Beatrice managed to finally put it down. And she does a good stab to the side of its head. And then you promptly, basically your combo is she literally opens a cavity and you fire an arrow directly into said cavity.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking. She opens it up and he puts something in there.
Yes. Oh, I'm lightheaded.
Sure.
Oh, is everyone alright?
All right.
Has it gone bleh?
It has finally gone bleh.
Alright, Naibai is going to do healer things.
Okay, let me go ahead and just tally up all those. All but 3 of them were level 30-ish. 30, so... I'm already getting your experience, don't worry, gremlins.
Alright, I can get rid of these notes. I could have gotten away with only using 1 HP potion there, but I didn't understand how they worked. Now I do.
Okay. So after that final tick of bleed on her, Beatrice is down to 51 and some change percent health.
How many stacks of bleed did we have on us? It was 3?
6.
Okay, so it's 2% per stack.
Mm-hmm.
Be 12%. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna do quick.
If you weren't removing them every round, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beatrice had 1 round left of 2 stacks, so she was going to take that tick and not waste any items or anything. Just recover afterward.
Once you get down to a certain threshold of status damage, your HP regeneration kind of balances out with it. Of course, that doesn't make things any easier if you get hit with more of that specific status.
Yeah, well, her combat regen is really low. Like she only regenerates 13 health per second.
Yeah, I only do 11. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, her endurance basically she regenerates 11 stamina, 13 health.
Theon would not have lasted another round because he's only got 4,209 HP left after everything.
He's looking a little pale.
Yeah.
They're probably the one Naibai was helping. Like, you just can't keep fighting with these things in your shin, Rip.
It's like, yank, yank.
After the final blow, he's just gonna take a knee, just like, anybody else feel cold?
Scat Bonnie. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and check out now.
Naibai is gonna
Bonnie has fallen the fuck asleep.
Naibai is gonna give Shadow a special blend. Go give Bonnie a little bit of HP back with their mending touch once that comes back online. Then come back to see how Shadow's
because
doing.
you're not in combat now, it will reset your cooldowns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just telling you the order the skills are used in.
Numbers.
I didn't know Shadow was here.
You know who I mean.
I know.
No, Shadow is currently He currently has a hand around his throat from a stone sentinel and is being saved by Drake, who's promptly prying that arm off to let them go.
Well, where did Shadow end up going with Drake?
Drake took him deep, deep underground. I mean, relatively. No, he was kind enough to take him to a dungeon that the recommended level is 180.
Um.
Yeah, they're only on
First of all,
floor 3.
yeah.
Okay,
Last I
that's
checked,
fine.
okay, he's not that under level for it.
I wonder what the
Yeah.
worst stat to dump all of your skill points into and nothing else.
There
That's
is
the best part. There are some weapons that do get charisma modifiers.
ooh,
Yeah, everything can be made into a very good skill. There's not really any bad dump stats depending on how you play. Okay. So yeah, Citron will give a little and decide to stay right where you are while you all recover. As they
Mhm.
set up a little, as they set up a single little waystone on the ground for everyone.
Okay, I think we're done.
yeah.
Hi.
Maybe,
Why do I feel a few pounds lighter?
oh,
Bonnie,
Amonra just gonna flop over. I'm okay. It is just my back and my ass and my stomach and my legs, my arms.
My back,
Other
Fionn,
than that,
my
I'm
ass,
okay.
my tummy, and my crack.
Fion's gonna go kind of wobble his way over to Amandre. You alright, Amandre?
I'm perfectly fine. Only severe bodily injury and possibly bleeding on the inside. Just lied face down wearing his armor.
Hearing internal bleeding, Naibai is going to come over and heal touch.
Oh. Isn't
Fionn
this
is gonna
helping to heal people? Look at her. Oh, but see, even though she's a bully, her immediate attention goes to her brother. Look at both
Fion's
of
gonna
them.
ask the healers if there's anything he can do to help.
Just stay over there.
Okay.
Let the healers heal. Stop trying to do everything.
Alright.
You look
Is
like
there
an ass
anything?
when you don't know what to do.
Actually,
Ooh, I think Fiona's gonna collect some of those shards that were in his leg.
Ah, yes, you grabbing the shark. You know the reason that you didn't get cut by them is because you just yanked them out and dropped them, right? When you pick one of them up, even though it's dead, it's still oscillating with magic, so it cuts your hand.
And Fiona's immediately going to drop it.
Yeah, see, there's a reason that the ones that know how to harvest monster bits have been harvesting the monster bits from these things, because all of their shard crystals do that.
Son of a
I got nothing. Unless you want to, like, mash a bunch of Vital Leaf together into some sort of salve to help with the healing. Because, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out put in pot and mash.
Something simple for Fiona.
Alright.
Yeah, Vital Leaf is, again, another thing from the world itself and its mercy, making Vital Leaf one of the most abundant and easiest components to work with. You literally just put 2 or 3 pieces of it in one thing, add water, smash into a paste, and apply, and it'll heal.
Yeah, so Naibai will give you 3 leaves and some of the water from her skin and her, mortar pestle. Yep. Which I don't actually have listed, but I mean, come on, they're herbalists. They're gonna have that.
Yeah.
So, Fiona will make leaves and water into paste.
Fucking, I'm super glad the dice decided to let Bunny punch it that much.
Launch.
That wasn't punching. That was plunging.
Ouch!
Falcon.
She didn't think she needed to use that ability, but hey, I actually thought she'd get deeper, but just goes to show you, it's just
Status is hurt.
these are meat, and dungeons are meat grinders for a reason.
Yeah.
You got a good bit of floors, a good bit of experience, good bit of monster bits, which I'm currently parting out. This haul, as it were. You'll be super happy when you see how much you're getting for this exposition.
Oh yeah, I got 2.5 million XP right now. Yay! Big numbers.
Yay.
It disappears fast when you level up.
It do.
Yeah.
I think I only got 3 levels out of that.
And Dirk, do you like the Mineral Loopy name? It's a
I
very
think
clever
you
name, and I'm
mentioned it.
happy with it.
He had mentioned that he was happy with it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I like
This
it
makes
too.
me happy.
I was thinking that those would be a cool companion if you could manage to tame one as whatever the beast taming classes might have to be.
The Beastmaster could do it for you. Well, they can tame one, but when it comes to dungeon monsters, if you they can tame standard creatures and monsters from out in the wild, like wolves and bears and stuff, and give them to people, and they'll obey. But when it comes to dungeon monsters, only somebody who is of that class can keep them in check.
Yeah, I
They
figured
revert to
one
a
of them
monster state.
could manage to handle them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that would be a cool. I decided Beatrice was gonna put some more points into agility. I would think that some of the dancer skills would use agility.
They do. Well, they should. I should alter that. Also, I'm playing with the sheet right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking. What I'm thinking about doing is making it so the combat region for HP is 500 of value instead of 5 of the value.
Yeah, that
That's
would
real
be more helpful because these are tiny numbers even at this level.
And I'm thinking about making it 10,000 out of combat. Makes sense that it would come up in giant chunks when you're just relaxing. Your body has time to focus on it.
Yeah.
So instead of +5, it's +500.
Combat is plus 500. Out of combat is plus 10,000.
Oh.
I figure that if we adjust it right now, well, thank you though. That's what this all is for, is test, and now we know.
Now we know.
But even with it, at this updated one, it probably wouldn't have mattered much with as much damage as you were throwing out and getting back. I'm trying to keep the encounters from feeling one-sided all the damn time with your numbers, but also not make it feel like a battle uphill, like you're trying to go uphill both ways to
Yeah.
fight certain bosses. And the first solution was let things with low levels have ridiculous HP pools. That way you get to wail on something for a few turns. And also give it abilities like that, where it leapt back and forth and had a ridiculous fucking speed modifier. Because I'm trying to keep that balance to remind you that, yes, you're skilled. All of you are individually very talented fighters. But you're still new, and there are still things that are very, very dangerous. No matter how skilled you get, something will always be able to hurt you. And I'm trying to also slightly reinforce, just for thematic purposes, so you can enjoy it a little more. You are in a very dangerous profession. As much fun as it's probably been for everybody, you're still you're in a profession with a life expectancy on average. I mean, yeah, you get to come back to life, but you can still count the life expectancy to be about 33% of every adventurer actually never dies. Only about 33% never dies. The rest do, at least once. Which I'm glad none of you died, but that is a whole host of shit to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, instead of dividing the total in those columns by 15, just make it equal to that. Uh, so basically 500 plus whatever your thing is, your constitution, endurance, or will.
All right, type me out the equation. I'm gonna stop this. Type me out the equation. I'll give it a try and give it a look. But right now I'm typing some
All right, in Telegram or
Yeah, just type me out that, and I'll give it a look over and try and plug the numbers in and see.
all right, let me find. Scroll. Uh, scroll.
Yeah, good news is you guys managed to find a crap load of the shard crystals from the small ones.
Yeah.
Next session can be just recovery and figuring out how the crafting works a little bit with the artisans and what you do with monster bits. Because there's options. There's not just make me weapon. There's several options.
Because Fionn, hold on, where's Fionn's still got a couple of Wilgix teeth.
Man. Yeah, the problem is you're gonna have to try and part these out, or you can do, and I'll throw this out there, which you probably would have done because you guys are very communal on things. You can do what a lot of parties do. A lot of parties like golds do is they take the overall haul and they decide who needs what more. So who gets what really good item first, and they just go down the list.
Need
party
greed
order.
one.
Yep.
I feel gross for using that for some reason.
What's
It's a
that?
good need greed
Need
one
greed
is a
one.
good term. It's a really good term in RPGs to describe. Hell, fucking Final Fantasy 14, I think.
Online.
Actually, Final Fantasy 14 online and both that and Terra actually have that in dungeons. When you get to higher levels, is it you can need it, you can greed it, or you can need greed or pass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, need greed pass. That's what I mean.
And
There we go. So did you see the
as you're
equation? Pretty simple.
it did very simple. So what are your? Let me just try and just like stop from what I'm typing here real quick and just like so the combat region equals 500.
Essentially, yeah.
Let me just back that up right there.
And you wouldn't even have to mess with any floor math or anything like that, and you'd basically see an immediate effect.
You know what? Yeah, we could just do that. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Equals.
I'll go ahead and adjust that. Let's just go ahead and do that. That'll be easier for you.
So just equals plus 500 instead of all the other.
Yeah, it equals that total columns region plus 500.
Yeah, so basically equals F13 plus 500 equals, all that sort of thing. And then you want to do the same sort of thing for the other column.
Yeah, just I want all the regions to have the same values so they're easier to track.
All right, so basically equals again F13 plus Out of combat
Okay.
would be plus 10,000
Yep.
equals plus 10,000. And so that way you see an immediate result for adding stuff to your stat. And it's very easy math.
Very easy math indeed.
Don't know why, but I've put a bunch of skill points into Fion's charisma skill.
Trying to get laid.
Persuasion and thievery.
I have
But Fion's not going to try and steal anything. He's not. He's a good boy.
I have
Yeah,
put
his mom
some
just beat
in
his
there,
ass.
What?
but it could help you out in social situations.
Yeah.
It does. Alright.
I don't think I'm ever gonna put anything into charisma for Naibai. Their whole character is just, I don't have emotions. If I had emotions, I wouldn't be here.
They miss Ghost and Forth, but they can at least meet Roast and Forth at times if they know what to do. One day. Now he's currently
Mm.
very busy. He's dealing with a nightmare of the aftermath of everything because it's going to get worse in the kingdom before it gets better.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
All right, there you go. That's your haul. What your experience, by the way?
908,085.
I'm assuming that you've been adding them as they come. Yeah,
Yes.
I have not been doing that for Bonnie or Mob though. I'm just gonna add the overall at the end of the venture. 265072 plus 191 plus.
Yeah, Beatrice took the opportunity to level up, which, of course, even more quickly healed her.
Fion is going to hold off on leveling up because he's going to use some of his XP for crafting stuff.
Naibai's gonna wait till they get outside of the dungeon to level up as well.
Yeah, she's just trying to make it up to that level 80 as quickly as she can to get more scaling stats.
More stats! I'm probably just gonna keep dumping into agility, dexterity, and get myself some... I don't know if I want to go into Constitution now, because now it's 590 instead of just 9.
Hey, fast. As we get home, all I hear is I'm old angry. I'm also old angry.
So I suppose this means I should edit the other things.
I'll have to.
Let's see, I need to do Doro.
You alright there?
Yeah, I'm just stretching.
This down. Yay. Close that. Go back. Yawn. Do her. Yawn, not Fionn.
Sorry.
Y'all.
Lady.
Let the fox.
We did what we did. All right, I'm
Well,
there. They fucking people can't eat everything.
It's a
They
pretty
buy
good
them.
haul we got.
Where was this all posted?
Discord.
It's above the experience.
Oh, it got edited. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
constantly editing it. Yeah, that way you can just track it
I-
easy for you nerds. Don't try and shove that into your inventory. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm just reading through it.
And it is separated, so you know which one's for you and which one's for Kevin.
Well, the black steel part of a lot of the naming conventions kind of gives it away.
Yeah.
Do you need anything
I'm
else?
on mute again because I'm hearing more slamming and bitching.
Ooh, fire opal.
Mm-hmm. It's a Sepian's heart crystal too. And then the crystal powder. Pocket sand. I love how I actually got
Beatrice will eat you.
what?
Are you thinking about using the Sepian's dust as pocket sand?
Maybe.
You know
I
you're
mean,
gonna have to carry a respirator around you whenever you want to do that, right?
I
So-
would highly advise against touching the micro glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Beatrice. She is not happy about this dungeon. Everything is resistant to the types of damage that she does. Plus, since she dresses like a slut, there is so much skin exposed, so every inch of her is irritated and sore and cut up
Feels like they just crawled through the fucking fiberglass ceiling.
in a bikini.
Yeah.
Fiona, Beatrice, are you alright? You don't seem too happy.
You want to roll around?
Glare.
Like, you want to take off your clothes and roll around in all of this?
Well, no.
Then you can see why I'm happy.
Well, when we get back, I'm pretty sure you can get Sen to help you get all this stuff off you.
I imagine that the solution to this is basically a duct tape bath.
No, you're covered in fur. That's not a very good experience.
She's not covered in fur,
No,
though.
no, I'm thinking of Naibai.
Mm-hmm.
Naibai has
She has
fur.
some fur, but that's not the part that would be getting the duct tape bath. It's the bare skin.
Fion's gonna have. I think Fion and anybody covered in fur is gonna have a difficult time getting it out of all the fur and Fion's mane and such.
No, it's real
Probably end
simple.
up.
It's so fine that it washes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Just the.
Yeah, Naibai's already stepping onto the waystone.
Yes,
Since
Beatrice is quite eager to get out of this place.
They don't have you step on it. They have you step into it because they've set up a little perimeter, made a makeshift way chamber.
Oh, okay. And
Cool.
it's good that we're getting out now since you mentioned the respirators are running out. See, I can pay attention.
Now that you're all in it, all beat up and all sore, and you've parted out that monster as much as you can. And she just gives a clap and sends out a little surge of magical energy that feels like a static wave going around you. And all of the little way crystals kind of start shaking and stand up on end. And they literally do raise up, start spinning around you, and you can hear that humming before that magical fuckery happens, where it's like a field of electricity just kind of zapping about in a sort of a slowly forming sphere. You can even see the particulate in the air just do that thing where it raises up from all the static before just, and it spits you right back out inside of the way chamber at the guild, except it drops you all about a foot into the air, so you plop onto your asses collectively. Except Citron, who was fully aware of it and landed on their feet.
Can I use a reaction to try and stop myself from landing ass first?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
It's like she purposely positioned you to land on your ass.
It just happened so fast. Just... Like, the transition with this level of temporal magic is so fucking fast that light barely has time to.
And
Enough, you'll
sound
just
too,
freak out for a
apparently.
second seeing black.
And sound too,
Sound works
apparently, because you cut out as you were explaining what happens with light.
Oh. The temporal magic that transitions you from point to point with waystones and way chambers in general is basically, it is so fucking fast that light has barely enough time to hit your eyes before it goes and spits you somewhere else.
So it's almost instant.
Yeah. The only warning is if you can feel the magic surging, and you can see and kind of feel the static of it creating the bridge to loop you to another place.
So basically, you notice the preparation, and then you kind of tell what hurts.
Like, and
Ah,
able to
my God.
actually take a minute and recover here.
If I can finally relax, I don't gotta be worried about random fucking ghosts, adventurers that have died trying to get into her fucking brain.
Now that you are back, Citron is very, very quick to
So just immediate burp.
Oh yes.
I'll just.
All right, she goes and turns in it for the experience. Kind of shit when you see how much experience the expedition was worth. This is why I was saving mine. Oh right, let me edit that. There.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a big number.
Only 2 million, don't shit your pants.
She had an accumulation from the battles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What is your current balance? No, I'm not trying to get you in.
Sir or madam, I will.
All right.
Woo!
Minus.
Hell yeah, 4 million.
Jones almost got 4 million. Woo! Small victories.
Million.
A million.
For Papillon.
Eh.
Here, leveling up.
Yes, I am doing math.
Fiona is gonna level up a couple times. That's 300.
We're level times 1,000, I believe, to level up.
I thought it was 5,000.
5,000. That's right.
Yeah.
I was tempted to leave Beatrice at 69 for a while. All right, so that's as far as she can go.
Okay.
So now she's got a decent amount of points she can put in things. I'm still not sure if I want to give her any additional strength or not. I think I do want to give her agility.
Everyone silently leveling up.
I am.
I did the
Um,
leveling up. I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to put my points.
I should do it right now before I forget because I've been neglecting.
All right, I was gonna change the base one also. We have proper. This one, right?
Oh.
No, 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 no. Put that back up. Fuck.
Put that back where you
I-
found it.
Put
No,
that
I
thing back
accidentally
where it
clicked
came
the
from,
wrong.
or so help
No,
me.
I accidentally clicked the wrong button and had Fion's level at 6. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no! There's a back button.
Control Z. Everybody knows that.
I'm on my phone.
There's an
Control Z.
actual back button, though.
I know.
Control Z. I'm just keep saying that. Best part is it just goes up by 5,000 experience cost, so it's super easy to power level cap. Once you figure out how much your current level is times 5,000, just add 5,000 each experience tax, and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy.
Yeah, Beatrice is looking forward to hitting level 80 and getting that extra load of whatchamacallit,
Is
skill points or whatever.
Problem is. I have to put his skill points to use. Funny.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like once she hits level 80, she's gonna get another extra let's 35 dexterity and 20 agility
Mm.
and re-strength and another 5 charisma, 8 endurance.
Theon is actually going to stay at level 70 for now. And he's going to use a bunch of his experience for crafting and stuff.
Beatrice has reached level 72,
Ooh.
but she can't go any higher. She does not have quite enough experience.
Mhm.
Guess who else is in a dungeon right now?
What?
Guess who else is in a dungeon right now getting stronger?
Who?
Oh, I'll guess.
The BBEG.
Junior? All wrong?
Yeah, no, of course she is.
Oh.
Oh, damn it. Candy cane noises.
Defeated candy cane noise. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah?
Is Kevin
And-
going to be stuck for a little longer?
You gonna what?
Are the two parties going to get back around the same time, or is Kevin going to
Probably
be in there
They're
for a
in
little
a
bit longer?
dungeon.
Fair.
All right.
gonna be much slower going, but they're gonna get a pretty nice benefit from it. So many folders deep.
Know about rolling. What you know, what you know, what you know. This shit killed me watching everybody fall through that fucking. I love when they do like shit like that, like restart the track at the same time as it happens. Another one of my favorites was a meme of heroes. Forget back where it is. Bonnie, you finally popping in 78. Good shit, girl. I'll save it and apply your stats later. Actually, I should probably go ahead and apply your stats now.
Just so you don't forget, and you'll be like, "Well, where are all these skill points sitting down here for?"
Exactly.
Go ahead and do the same. Fion's got 36. I need to distribute somehow.
Like a mob. What do you? Five and 15 400. Okay.
There we go. Okay, Fion's stats are distributed.
Nice.
Oh, that's as many levels as I can do. Alright. They are now at level 70. Yeah!
Woo! Fiona and Rabbi are the same level. Fiona. Yeah, high five.
Extra hard high five. Ow.
Damn.
Okay. Nine and that and nice. All right, boys and girls. Bam needs to hop off, finish eating. They're preparing the chaos for our next session.
Chaos.
Well, I mean, it's chaos for some people.
Well, since everything is over and done with, I know the session's over, but Fion's gonna say he's going to the shower, and anybody that wants to join is welcome to, but he is going now.
And Levi is also going to shower.
Yes, I think that is what everybody's going to do. Beatrice is
Are you
definitely.
gonna go shower? Or you're actually
Yeah.
gonna try and go to the bathhouse?
Not
Shower.
shower. And not
They're probably
gonna
pissed off.
pollute.
No, Fion knows better.
Hmm.
He's probably covered in some dried blood, some maybe a little fresher.
I don't know if he knows
So-
better. He was raised in a bar, you know.
He may have been raised in a bar, but he was raised with manners.
Yeah, actually, he
Someone.
was. Strike would slap the shit out of him when he was being uncouth.
Mm-hmm.
Denia would let it happen. She 100% believes that Drake is a very good role model.
He is.
It's like, how's he a good role model? I don't know. Orphan, Masterful Chevalier, wonderful person, huge heart. Watching you. Enjoy your nights.
Alright, I'm about to pass out here, so